So data center monitoring is essentially looking at the data center in a whole, looking at your east-west traffic, looking at the servers that are serving up the content of your applications, and making sure that the data center is humming along and doing really well. And Corvil is uniquely positioned to be able to give you that visibility into your data center. The main difference between the Corvil solution is precision and machine time learning. So the ability to be able to, at a very granular level, see what's happening on the network and be able to understand how these machines are talking to each other. It's impossible for a human being nowadays to be able to sort of manually understand what's happening between two servers that are basically talking to each other in nanosecond or microsecond precision. You have to have something to be able to capture that and then play that back, and that's what Corvil does. So one of the key features with the data center monitoring within Corvil is the ability to categorize your traffic. So we can organize it in a way that makes sense to a human being, right? So we can segment out your Citrix servers, your virtual farm, your databases, and put them into the appropriate buckets. And then we can also tie them together into logical views to be able to give you transactional visibility at the data center level. I was on site a few months ago with a particular customer that was having a problem with a specific application. We were currently monitoring in what we call our multi-tier mode, where we were monitoring the front-end web servers, the application servers, the database servers, storage. And one of the things that we were able to do very, very quickly is do fault domain isolation, meaning that when we're trying to figure out what's going on, which tier is the likely tier that's a cause of that problem. So we isolated it down to a database call. So we're able to see that a specific database call was actually spiking over several seconds. And with Corvil's ability to decode that traffic, we quickly were able to see the select statement that was not optimized and get that information back to the database team to be able to put an index on that particular query. The network engineer, the one who's assigned to troubleshooting, is the one that's going to use Corvil for the data center. So again, that person is tasked with making sure that everything is working well. The servers are all communicating with each other. There's no authentication issues, those kinds of things. That really is the main user of Corvil in the data center. One of the things that is not going to change is the data rates are not going to get less, right? The new iPhone that's being released, we're getting more and more RAM, faster CPUs, more and more memory that's being used on these devices. It is the exact same way in the enterprise, where the amount of data, the amount of communication, the amount of applications is not going down, it's going up, which means that it's impossible for a human being to keep track of that manually. You have to have some sort of probe in order to monitor those interactions. And with Corvil's hybrid approach of being both packet capture and packet analysis, meaning that packet analysis is the metadata on top of it that allows us to look at specific statistics, and then the packet capture allows you to essentially take that raw packet data and replay it back or do a fine-tooth analysis of what's going on. So that's the value of Corvil that we have in the data center.